Okay, guys, if you turn to page 44, we are going to go over how to interpret the discriminant. Now, the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. And this is what is underneath the radical sign in the quadratic formula. Okay? Now, when b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, that means you're going, if it's greater than 0, you can square root it. You're going to add and subtract two square roots, and you're going to end up with two solutions. Now, if b squared minus 4ac equals 0, adding 0 is no different from subtracting 0, so you'll end up with one solution. And if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, that means there's no real solution because we cannot take the square root of a negative number. Now, if you look down on the page, it shows you what these graphs look like. When you have two solutions, you have two x-intercepts. One solution, one x-intercept. And if there's no real solution, it will not cross the x-axis. So, now let's look on the next page, and we're going to actually figure out the discriminant to determine if these equations have more than one solution. So, a is x squared minus 3x minus 2 equals 0. Before I even attempt to solve it, I'm going to see how many solutions it has. A equals 1, b equals negative 3, c equals negative 2. So b squared minus 4ac would be 9 minus 4 times 1 times negative 2. It's going to be 9 plus 8, which is 17, so we will have two solutions. Now, I knew that right away because if A is positive and C is negative, then negative 4 times AC, a negative times a negative, will be a positive. When A and C are the same sign, you have to be careful. There's a chance it might be negative. So let's look at B. B is 3x squared plus 2. So A equals 3, B equals 0, C equals 2. So B squared is 0. So 0 minus 4 times 3 times 2. That's going to be a negative number. Notice A and C are both positive. So I was saying there's a possibility this is a negative number, there's no solution. For C, it's 2x squared plus 8x plus 8. A is 2, B is 8, C is 8. I notice both A and C are positive, so I'm going to be careful. But B squared is 64 minus 4 times 8 times 2. That actually turns out to be 0, so I have one solution. Okay? So, figuring out the discriminant can help you determine the number of solutions. Now, the next problem says find the number of solutions, and it gives an equation. Negative 2x squared plus 4x equals 2. So the first thing I do is put this into standard form. Negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 2 equals 0. The discriminant, A is going to be negative 2, B is going to be 4, C is negative 2. And B squared is 16 minus 4 times negative 2 times negative 2. And that ends up being 0, so this is going to have one solution. Okay, now I want everyone to stop the video, and you're going to try 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your own. And when you're done, turn the video back on. Okay, so if you're listening to this now, that means you're done. Number 1, First I put it into standard form, x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 0. So a equals 1, b equals 2, c equals negative 1. B squared minus 4ac is 8, so there's 2 solutions for number 1. For number 2, a equals 3, b equals 7, c equals 5. So b squared is 49 minus 4 times 3 times 5, which is negative 11, so there's no solution for number 2. For number 3, 5x squared minus 6 equals 0, a equals 5, b equals 0, c equals negative 6. So 0 minus 4 times 5 times negative 6 is 120. It's positive, so there's 2 solutions. And for number 4, I'm going to make it x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 0. A is 1, b is 6, c is 9. 36 minus 4 times 1 times 9 is 0, so there's 1 solution. Okay, so that is it for the discriminant. You can stop the video.